Today we're going to talk about the surface area of pyramids. So as a reminder, pyramids, they come to a point like this. They have triangular lateral sides, and then the base shape is what type of pyramid it is. Square pyramid, rectangular pyramid. So we have that one base shape and then the sides that come to a point. So let's look at this first one. I'm going to identify that this is a pyramid. It comes to a point. So opposite that point is our base. And I'm going to do this first one by using a net. And you can use it for all of them if you want, but I'm going to show it with using a net and without. So we have our base, and then we have the triangular sides. Okay, so for that base, if we look at this shape, it has the dimensions 30 by 30. So it is a square. That's important to note. So we have 30 by 30. Because it is a square, that means that all four of these triangular lateral sides are going to be the same. When we are trying to find the height of that side, we want the slanted height, not the perpendicular height. So like this 45 is talking about this whole angle right here. This dotted height that goes into the middle of the base is talking about the height of the prism that we would use for volume. What we actually want for the triangle side to get the area is this slanted height of that triangle, which is 40. So that means the height of all of these, since it's a square and all the sides are the same, is 40. So now we're going to calculate the area. We've got 30 by 30, which is 900. That's our base. And then we have these four triangle sides that are all the same. So they're 30 by 40 divided by 2 for one of those triangles, but we actually have four of the same. So when I calculate that, I can calculate it as this and do 30 times 40 is 1200 divided by 2 is 600, and then multiply that by 4 to get 2400. You could also look at this and say, well, if I'm going to divide by 2 and then multiply by 4, that's actually the same thing as just multiplying by 2 because these simplify by divided by 2. So you might go straight to the shortcut of 30 times 40 times 2 if you can visualize that. If you can't, don't worry, just add them. So we've got 900 plus 2400 to get a total surface area of 3,300 millimeters, and we're talking about area still, so squared. If you want to put it up here, you can as well. Okay, number 2. We see that it's a pyramid because it comes to a point. I'm going to identify that base. Now, with this one, I'm going to draw a net for this one as well. The last one I'm not going to, okay? But if we notice, the dimensions are 9 and 6, so they're not the same. It's not a square, it's a rectangle. If you want to kind of draw your net out so it looks like a rectangle, you certainly can. The important thing to note here is that these two triangles would be congruent and these two triangles would be congruent. Not all four of them. There are two pairs since there's two different side lengths. So now let's find these dimensions. Our base area is 9 by 6. And then we need the heights of both of these triangle sides. So this side of 6 here has this diagonal height of 13.22. So that tells me the height right here is 13.22. Then we also have the other triangle side that is with the 9 side length. That height of 12.8 is going to be the height of the triangle with the 9. So we can go ahead and calculate our area now. I'm going to first find the area of our base, so 9 times 6, which is 54. And then for each pair of triangles, so I'm going to do the first triangle, which is 6 times 13.22, divided by 2 to find the area of one of those triangles, but we have 2 of them. So you can do that. You can divide by 2 and then multiply by 2, or you can realize that those 2's cancel each other out. And when you multiply that, you get 79.32. Then for our other triangle, we have a base of 9 times a height of 12.8 divided by 2 for one of the triangles, but we have 2 of those. Again, we can calculate it this way, or you can realize that those 2's cancel each other out. When you multiply, you get 115.2. And then we're going to add these all together, the 54 plus the 79.32 plus the 115.2, to get that the total surface area is 248.52 meters squared. And I'm going to write that up here as well, 248.52 meters squared. All right, this one I'm going to do without a net. You are certainly welcome to do so to use a net if you would like. All right, so I've got this base right here of 7 by 7. So our base area is 7 times 7, or 49. Since those are the same, that means it's a square. That means that all 4 sides are the same, so all 4 triangles are going to be the same. We need to find that perpendicular height to the base, which this height right here is the height of the prism. We would use that for volume. We want this slanted perpendicular measure here. So we're going to multiply the base of 7 times that height of 11.5 divided by 2 for one of the triangles, but we have 4 of them. When I multiply that out, we get 161, which means when we add it all together, we get a total surface area of 210 yards squared.